What's up, everybody? BDO 44 coming at you with another video. Alright, so I've looked at something that I would not necessarily want us to do. I don't know that Danny Ainge would be interested in doing this anyway, judging by how he price tags things and how well these players are playing. But I figure since we always have these issues with, the team shooting the ball, these issues, meaning this issue, we always have an understanding here that the shooting is what probably should be taken care of the most. And we also understand we have Russell Westbrook, who we should need to get rid of him now, like right now. And so if I were a GM in the Rob Pelinka's seat, what I want to do is hold out for the pieces that I'm hoping to get later on. But if for some reason that door is closed, like let's say that door closes, here's a draft, not a draft, but a scenario that I think is okay for us to immediately supplement the problems that the Lakers have. Just like literally take care of the problem. You know what I mean? When you look at an issue and it's just glaring and you have to fix that issue and that's where your mind is. And so I found something that will fix our problems. But it's pie in the sky because Danny Ainge ain't about to just fix your problems. But what I'm looking at in Danny Ainge's situation, this is the sweet spot, which is why I think this is relevant. If I'm looking at Danny Ainge, I'm saying, man, your team is too good, bro. These guys are balling out of control. You got contracts on tab that you probably could afford to get rid of so that you can showcase more of these young players, lose more games, and ultimately have a better chance at Wembanyama. These guys are on their own mission, and they're not going to forego what it is that they're doing to help you lose. Why? Because they have careers to consider. And if they got any sense and they're playing well, they need to keep that up. And winning is the most important part of it. So they are not going to be aligned with your franchise, Utah. No disrespect, but I don't think it benefits these players to start bricking shots so that you can get Wembanyama. I don't think that's in the best interest of the players, and I don't think that's in the best interest of the team. Now, the teams and the fans are excited about these players. So for all I know, Danny Ainge, like, winning means more to me than Wembanyama anyway, so I'm going to hold on to what I have, and if that's what he's going to do, cool. I personally don't think that draining yourself of assets is the best way to assure that you can get and keep Wembanyama, because he has to have someone to play with, even if you're lucky enough to get him. So I think the pieces that Utah have is actually an excellent core. The pieces I'm trying to extract from them are very good fits for Victor. So with all of this being said, this is just in a fantasy in my head. But most importantly, the numbers work. Damn it, the numbers work. So this is why we're bringing this to you. The Lakers are the worst shooting team of all time. What do we need? Shooters. Where do we need them? Anywhere and everywhere. So these are the three players I'm going to take from the Utah Jazz, heist from the Utah Jazz, basically rob the Utah Jazz like they robbed the Minnesota Timberwolves, because that's exactly what this would be. I'm taking Kelly Olynyk, I'm taking Lauri Markkanen's contract, and I'm taking Malik Beasley's contract for Russell Westbrook, and we'll discuss if it's 2 picks. Likely it would have to be 2 picks. I'm just being Henry, so I don't want to let this go. But if it has to come down to it, of course, we'll give the draft capital necessary to secure the deal. I don't like doing that necessarily, but I know for a fact we immediately go from a bad three-point shooting team to at least a solid one. You know, you go from having no three-point shooters to picking up 3 elite three-point shooters. Markkanen is obviously one of the best three-point shooters in the game. Olynyk is also a fantastic three-point shooter, and Beasley shoots threes in his sleep. That's what he does. So that fixes your problem. Does it make you good enough to win? Honestly, maybe. I ain't gonna even bullcrap you. Maybe. When I really consider how well those guys are playing and what they have to lose when you put on the Laker uniform, if they don't have the jitters and get all clammed up for playing with Bron, they are enough to help us in a lot of areas that help Bron for sure. You talk about 3 elite shooters that are bigs. You allow him to play the big spot, all of a sudden we become a big team. Lauri Markkanen has already proven he can play the 3. He's already proven that. So if we need him to play the 3 or slip around and play different positions, that's going to be easy for him to do. Right? So this is the type of unit that I think LeBron can do something with. He can really do something with them. And you know it. You talk about Kelly Olynyk and Markin, and you line them up wherever you want to. He's going to be able to play off them with these. It just works. And Malik Beasley, that's a no-brainer. It just works, man. So I'm not saying that, like I said, this is pie in the sky. If people wanted to help us, we could probably do even better. Hey, why stop there? Why not try to get Klay Thompson and Jordan Poole and all that? You know what I'm saying? Like there's no real limit to what you can do once you start picking and plugging a third team, a fourth team, and various things. But what I'm looking at is a team we've probably been in conversations with for a long time who desperately want our 2 picks. They want our 2 picks, and they want to lose. We can help them with both. We can hand them those damn picks. They can help us with Russell Westbrook. They take him off our hands, buy him out, pay it off, whatever it's going to be. We're taking the salary from those 3 contracts, so it probably will be okay, I guess. I don't know the math, but I think it'll be okay if we snatch those salaries off of their hands. Markkanen, Olynyk, all those guys have multiple-year contracts. You know what I mean? All those guys have had times where they're not playing as well as they're playing right now. So essentially, they're selling high on those guys and solving their issue, which is them being a little too good for what it is that they may immediately get. At the end of the day, these pieces fit around Wembanyama, but if they don't get Wembanyama, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if the pieces keep you from getting him, maybe one day he develops in the league and decides that Utah is where he wants to play, and he signs there as a free agent. Maybe, right? Why not? So, as far as I can tell, you don't want to toy around with this. That's basically what I'm saying. That's exactly what I would be selling Danny Ainge. Like, 2031, maybe if the team moves from Utah to Vegas, he may sign with you guys. But you also will be understanding that you'll have to compete with us. Then we're coming after him, of course. So, yeah, you better have all your ducks in a row. And if Markin and Olynyk is going to assure you that you can get him and keep pieces around him to make him feel good, great. As far as I can tell, I'm not playing no games with that. I'm selling Markin and Olynyk and anybody else down the river to assure that my team is exactly what they need to be to have the best opportunity at getting and keeping Victor Wembanyama. And as far as I can tell, that shooting is fantastic, but $47 million worth of cap space is even better. Because I can tell you this right now. Somebody's superstar is going to be wise for going to play with that kid. And if you get him, you get that superstar maybe. Or you can have Markkanen, Olynyk, and Beasley. Two good contracts. Hell of a shooters. But I'm just thinking about players who might want to play with Victor. Some players who don't like their situation right now. They would be wise to go play with him. With you in Utah. And you'd be wise to have that money ready for him when they do. Money that you will not have if those guys are on contract, I can tell you that. Victor Wembanyama probably won't be there either because they too dang good. You ain't whack. So, that's what I got to say, man. Give those shooters to the Lakers, man. Give those shooters to the Lakers because it helps everybody's problems. You get Russell Westbrook out of here, get us the shooting issues that'll help us supplement our issue. We can save our season. All right? So that's ultimately the easy fix. One that you don't hate if you're the Lakers, because believe you me, next year you're going to want those shooters. Lauri Markkanen is a player you're going to definitely want a uniform next year. Beasley's a player you're going to want a uniform next year. Olynyk's a player you're going to want a uniform next year. And the year after that, you're going to want those shooters there too. I'm not kidding. Those are 3 contracts I can already tell you for the Lakers and the problems that we have. Hell yeah, we want all 3 of them dudes. Don't tell yourself you don't. You do. So anyway, that's what I have to say, man. And y'all know I'm on the Kyrie Irving train. That's all I've been about. I want to bring Kyrie to this team. But what I've come to understand is by the time the Nets get around to wanting to see that happen, we were going to be 10 or 12 games under 500 and have nothing to bring him to. He would be wise to stay over there than come to us. At least the hell you're in is that, you know what I'm saying? It's better, the hell you know. At least he's at home around surrounded by his people. You come to LA to lose? Hell no, bro. No, that's not what I'm praying for the homie. No, you got to come out for the right reasons to win. And right now, man, this ain't that environment. I'd be lying if I said my team is the environment for that dude. Nah, man, no. No, what I thought we were going to be before these 4 games were played, I say, yeah, for sure. He can come through, help us win. We make a couple trades, get better. No, this team needs to stop the bleeding, brother, sisters. They need to stop the bleeding. This team is so bad that they're going to draft Victor Wembanyama for the New Orleans Pelicans if we don't do something. I'm not exaggerating, kidding, or playing at all. We're in the mix. New Orleans in the mix, but it's us. So understand what I'm saying, and that is a bad thing for the league, y'all. It ain't just the Lakers you got to worry about. We give Zion and B.I. Wembanyama. You thought Golden State and San Antonio and the Lakers dominating, Celtics dominating? They ain't gonna lose. No, they ain't losing. You're gonna hope for injuries for those guys. You're gonna have to change rules. It's gonna change people's spirit having to go up against that team. That ain't okay. So don't let the Lakers be the team to get them. And I kind of feel the same way about the Magic and the Oklahoma City Thunder, because I look at the size that they have and the length that they have. If any of those 3 teams get Victor Wembanyama, I'm talking about multiple championships for any of them, without making any trades, unlike Utah. So that's what I gotta say, man. Utah better do something. They better hope to God they don't go to one of them teams. And you're in the mix with us. So if you don't make us better, we're gonna take your Victor Wembanyama and give him to the New Orleans Pelicans. Yes, the team, the Jazz. Let me see if I get my math right. Didn't you guys take New Orleans team from them? Yes, you did. The Utah ain't no Jazz, nothing going on in Utah. Ain't no Jazz being played in Utah. Does anybody even like Jazz in Utah? Other than the team, probably not. This is theirs. So if you don't help us get better, we're going to get worse, and we're going to give them back what you took from them. BDF 44, thank you all for watching.